Contract value. So what is contract value? A contract value is essentially the price tag that a contract is worth in terms of dollars or rupees or whatever the applicable currency applies between the parties. Contracts can have values ranging anywhere from several $100s to multi-million dollars. All of this depends on the products or services that are being solicited. Another factor that often determines contract value is the size of the agency that issues the proposal. If a bid is issued from a smaller agency from a small town, you can expect that the contract value will be relatively lower than a bid issued by a larger agency from a big city. The level and location of the bodies entering into the contract, that is, whether they are from city, district, state, or municipality, etc., also greatly reflects the value of contracts. Contract values also vary depending on the industry type. You can expect a contract for bridge construction, for example, or defense equipment and aerospace to be quite substantial, while contracts for minor janitorial services and office supplies, for example, are usually significantly less. So basically, it's the final negotiated or proposed price of a contract. There are various ways a contract value can be defined in a contract. Like, contract value means the price payable to the bidder under this contract for the full and proper performance of its contractual obligations. The contract value shall be the value quoted by selected bidder in its commercial bid and accepted by the department. Or, contract value means such part of the contract price adjusted to give effect to any additions or deductions as are provided for in the contract, as is properly apportionable as determined by the engineer to the plant or work in question. In determining the contract value, the state, condition, and topographical location of the plant, the amount of work done, and all other relevant circumstances shall be taken into account. Or, contract value means the amount, including expenses, that each party with whom the seller is engaged in a project is required to pay to the seller upon completion of such project, as set forth on the job summary schedule. So these are mostly simple definitions. So now, if we are asked to determine the contract value of any given contract, one thing is for certain. It is going to be a monetary amount. Whether it is in rupees or dollars depends upon the nationality and place of business of the parties. So what are the terms that can help us to search and find out contract value quickly in a contract? Well, one term is surely going to be value. The other terms that can be searched for are price, cost, charge, rate. But sometimes we need to determine the term from the nature of the contract. Like in a lease agreement, the term to be used can be rent or adjustments or amount, or in case of a joint venture agreement, it can be the term contributions. So ultimately, it needs a thorough review and understanding. Now, even after finding the term or even the clause, most of the times while reviewing a contract for its contract value, it is found to be unavailable or not available in a parent contract and is normally defined in some sort of an attachment or annexure to the contract. For example, rent adjustments. lessee agrees to pay lesser rent for the equipment in the amount specified in the equipment schedule, due and payable on each rental due date during the lease term without notice or demand, and any other charges, advances or reimbursement due lessor pursuant to the lease due upon demand by lessor from time to time. In this lease agreement, the rent clause is there, but it defines the value of the contract in the equipment schedule and not in the present clause. Hence, if the schedule is not present in the contract, the value would be NA, or not available or not applicable. Now suppose you have a contract for a customer subscription agreement, where the term of the agreement is 3 years and the customer is supposed to pay 1000 rupees per month. So the value of this agreement will be 1000 rupees into 12 months into 3 years equals to 36,000 rupees. This is also termed as total contract value. The similar agreement can be without any defined terms. In that case, the value will be 1000 rupees only, as we don't know the term. However, if the client asks to calculate the annual contract value for the contract, then it will be 1000 rupees into 12 months equals to 12,000 rupees. Another important term to find the value of a contract is fees, like annual fees or one-time fee. Also, the value can be a little complex as well, like $6,000 for year one, $10,000 annually for subsequent years. In such a scenario, the value would require calculation, provided a fixed term is provided. So that is it for today. I sincerely hope there is something to take from this video. I will come up next time with another important clause. If you have any question or feedback about anything, feel free to contact me. Till then, thank you.